What's up guys, Jared back. So a while ago, I reviewed several ZeroLemon extended batteries, the world's largest extended batteries for right now, I believe, only for your Galaxy devices, your Samsung Galaxy devices. But a lot of people were complaining, saying, well, that's really cool that they've got these wicked extended batteries at super, rock bottom cheap prices. But, when I'm on the job site or out and about, I need some extra protection and I'm not willing to give up my OtterBox Defender series cases. Well, ZeroLemon sent me these two cases. This is their Zero Shock series cases for various different devices right now for the Samsung Galaxy S4. Now, what's so cool about these, aside from the fact that they offer pretty much the same amount of protection as a super, armored case like the OtterBox Defender series cases, is that these are actually hybrid cases. So not only do they offer you the luxury of having your extended battery in there, but also if you wanted to, you could just use a regular battery, either their 3000 milliamp hour extended battery or even the Samsung Galaxy battery that's in there right now. So you'll notice right off the bat here, it gives us this belt clip, which also comes with the OtterBox Defender case. You can in fact use it both ways, either that way or this way. And they say it acts as a kickstand as well, though the only way I've been able to see whether or not the kickstand works is actually like going something like that, and who's going to use their phone like that? So that's just something I wanted to point out. But anyways, we're going to also show you how to install this now, because it does come with some instructions, though I found them very difficult to follow. The diagrams were really tiny, so it was really hard for me to follow, and I did find that this case is difficult to disassemble and equally to reassemble. So the tricks that I came up with was at the bottom here where the charging port is, and as you can see, if we take you around the case, you'll notice that we've got ports covering everything and a nice deep recessed camera cutout there, which is awesome. So but what I do is I go ahead and I take my fingernail here, and you'll notice we've got this little the port for the micro USB port, and I kind of pull that out a little bit. All right, and then I actually pull on that tab, which actually separates the soft rubber from the actual hard, I guess you could call it exoskeleton, and I run my thumb along, and then I just start ripping. And this is actually really tough TPU material, so just go ahead and dig in and just pry it off. You think it's going to break something, it won't. This is very strong plastic, very strong TPU material. So now that we've pulled apart the rubber exterior, or the TPU exterior, we're now left with this shell. So how do we get into the shell? Well, you'll notice up here we've got these little tabs right there and right there, but you'll notice that they've got little cutouts in them, and that's for your fingernails. So you go ahead, toss your fingernail in there and just start loosening them up a little bit, just like so. And eventually, once you get them partly separated, you can just go ahead and rip it apart. Now, this does come with a top piece screen protector, as you can see. Unfortunately, though, and just like the OtterBox Defender case, it doesn't have an oleophobic coating on it, so it is quite the fingerprint magnet. And I'll actually use the black here as an example. You guys might be able to see the fingerprints that I've already put all over it. So you're going to want to make sure that, at least on the inside, that you not only wipe the hell out of the inside here, but also your device's display, okay? So now that we've got those two pieces separated, there's actually a third piece here, and that's this part. Check that out. So this is where the extended battery comes into play. So we install it. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and put our, and I'm not going to go ahead and wipe down the screen protector, as you can see. So we go ahead and toss it on our phone, which is the face plate, screen protector plate. And then we're going to go, actually, first things first, I suppose what we need to do is probably pull off the back and take out the battery. That would help. So yes, so we go ahead and toss that back in there. All right, as you can see, it lines up perfectly with the home button. And then we're gonna go ahead and slide in our extended battery, which looks massive. And you think, man, how the hell is that gonna fit in a massive, well, that's why it's gonna fit in a massive case like that. So anyways, then we go ahead and put our back plate on, like so. Just go ahead and snap it into place. And this will actually snap into place better, or I should say even better, when we end up putting the rubber exterior on. So now that that's all snapped together, more or less, there we go. You can continue kind of molding it around as you go, and lots of snapping pieces and things like that. So there it is right there. And this, you would then leave that part out, and now it's just time to go ahead and slide it inside of the rubber case. And we'll just kind of mold it on all the way over. It does take a little bit, these little flaps here get stuck underneath, so you might have to do a little bit of screwing around there. Actually, that's why I brought my knife with me on the side here, so I can dig dig those things out. So again, you know, assembly and disassembly, not the easiest I've ever experienced, but it's not impossible. So we'll just go ahead and kind of keep trying to mold around the sides there. Eventually you'll get everything lined up, and you know, with time and use, things like that, it'll start to stretch a little bit, so it'll become a little bit easier, and those plastic snapping parts will become a little bit easier, less difficult to disassemble and reassemble. And there it is, there's our case. So now we have a 7500 milliamp hour battery in our phone, in our Galaxy S4 right now, the same size as an OtterBox Defender case, but with a 7500 milliamp hour extended battery in there. That is awesome. This would be a sweet gift for any dad or boyfriend or anybody you know that works in you know, the construction industry, or you know, outdoors, and where their phone might take a bit of a beating and they do need an extended battery, because that's one of the big drawbacks previously with the ZeroLemon batteries, is that, you know, you only got the little TPU case that came with it, but that didn't offer like complete protection. Well, now you got your complete protection. You know, ZeroLemon listened to you guys, and they did away with that. So that's pretty cool. So of course, you know, and everything here is actually really well placed. So all the microphone ports, if it decides to focus for me, please focus. As you can see here, hole is bang on. The little hole there that's underneath where the 3.5 mil jack is, everything's lined up completely perfectly. There's the camera cutter. As you can see, camera is quite recessed in there and very, very well protected. And on the bottom, we've got openings for our speakers. And again, our hole is completely lined up with our microphone, as you can see right through the hole there. And of course, we still have access to our micro USB port, and everything's covered up and, you know, dust protected and everything. And this thing, although it is heavy, that's what you would expect out of a case like this, right? And then go ahead and just snap her on in, and away you go. So that's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and see how easy it is to install with just a regular battery. So go ahead and again pull the tab off and just start, and it's gonna start, it may start separating the plastic, but that's okay. Again, keep in mind that the plastic that comes with this is very, very durable. And then we're gonna go ahead and actually you can just simply remove, it might not be that easy. Thought it might be a little bit easier. No, it's not gonna be that easy. So we're gonna go ahead, loosen these up again with our fingernails, and just go ahead and rip that out. Now we've got access to our battery. You can either toss in your 3000 milliamp hour ZeroLemon battery or your Samsung Galaxy battery. In this instance, we're going to be using the ZeroLemon battery. And then we would then go ahead and snap that part back on again, like so. Lots of snapping. And then we're going to go ahead and take that back plate that we removed earlier, and we're going to go ahead and toss that on there. You'll notice we've got little tabs that will click in there, and of course a little curve out there, so it's cut out for the camera cavity there. And just go ahead, and it just kind of sits there. It feels like it's floating there, but it's in there really good. And once you're done with that, then you can again, or I should say then again, go ahead and just toss that in your rubber exterior casing there. And as you can see, you might even be able to hear some more snapping as I start molding the rubber around the edges. I'm just kind of settling everything in. And there we go. We now have a 3000 milliamp hour extended battery. But you may as well go out, splurge, get yourself a 7500 milliamp hour battery, especially if you're going to be using this case, because it fits it. So now not only do you get optimal and the best battery life you can get out of your Samsung Galaxy S4 at a very affordable price, $40 for one of these 7500 milliamp hours, but you also get complete protection, just like an OtterBox Defender case for $20. That's a crazy, crazy deal. Anyways, guys, I'll be posting a link in the description below to both the battery as well as their Zero Shot cases in many different colors you can explore on your own. As you can see, here's the black one here, just to give you guys an idea of what that looks like. I'm not going to go ahead and start swapping it around. The video's already about 10 minutes long as it is. But anyways, you know, I gotta say I'm impressed. The case is great. You know, the screen protector, it's not an oleophobic, so you are going to have to worry about wiping it down. And the assembly and disassembly of the case is a bit of a pain in the ass, but you know, give it some time. Within about 10 minutes, I figured it out. The buttons themselves, as you can see, the volume rockers are raised a bit and they feel awesome. They've got that very clicky feeling to them. The power button, not so much. I can still feel that it's there, and of course running my finger along I can feel it's there, though it feels a little more squishy, not as feedbacky or clicky as the volume rockers are concerned. And if we want to, we can go ahead and turn it on, because I know I'm going to get asked this question in the comments below later on. So we'll go ahead and turn this on, and I'll show you guys the touchscreen responsiveness as soon as it fires up. Alrighty, so here we go. We're all fired up, and as you can see, I'll unlock it. I can navigate my home screens. So you can see here, we'll go into the app drawer so you guys can see a little bit better. No issues with the touchscreen responsiveness whatsoever. Same thing with the capacitive buttons. Everything works just fine. No issues whatsoever, you know what I mean? Even go into the camera here and you'll be able to see that it doesn't, the big deep camera cavity doesn't affect anything. There's nothing blocking it. So yeah, it's a great case, guys. Great prices for this stuff. 7,500 milliamp hour battery and a, you know, $20 basically OtterBox Defender case, although it's from ZeroLemon and it's much cheaper. And yeah, that's it though, guys. Again, links for everything will be in the description below the video. Thanks as always for watching. If you liked the video, click that likes button. It always goes a long way. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe for more videos like this in the future. That's it for this one. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Cheers.